At first glance, buying a car feels like a battle. Win with confidence and negotiations. A buyer named Ryan believed he had cracked the system. After hours of back and forth, he managed to bring the price of a new car down to just $150 above the invoice price. He walked out feeling like he had outsmarted the dealership, convinced that he left them with almost no profit. But the reality was very different. Behind the scenes, the dealership quietly made nearly $4,200 from that single transaction, and Ryan had no idea. Now consider another buyer, Kevin, who made a completely different mistake. He walked into the dealership, confident and straightforward, and said, "I'm paying full cash. Give me your best deal." He assumed that cash would give him power, that it would put him in control of the negotiation. Instead, it did the exact opposite. Kevin ended up paying almost $2,800 more than Ryan for the exact same car. One thought he won, and didn't. The other lost before the negotiation even began. This is how the illusion of a good deal works in the car business. Most people believe that the invoice price represents what the dealer paid for the vehicle. It sounds logical, but it's far from the truth. The invoice price is just a surface-level number, not the dealership's actual cost. Underneath it are several hidden layers of profit that most buyers never see. One of the biggest is dealer holdback. This is money that manufacturers pay back to the dealer after the sale is completed, usually around 2% to 3% of the car's sticker price. On a $35,000 car, that can easily be $700 to $1,000 returned to the dealer after the deal is done, meaning they still make money even if they sell at invoice. Another hidden layer comes in the form of dealer incentives. Manufacturers often offer bonuses to dealerships for selling specific models, especially ones that are overstocked or not moving quickly. These incentives can range from $1,000 to $2,000 or more per vehicle, but the customer rarely knows they exist. So when a dealer offers a discount, it may look like they're giving up profit, but in reality, they are simply using these incentives to maintain their margins. Then there are volume bonuses, sometimes called stair-step programs. These are large payouts given to dealerships when they hit certain sales targets within a specific time frame. For example, if a dealership sells 100 cars in a month, they might receive a bonus of $50,000 or more. If they are close to that target near the end of the month, they may be willing to sell the last few cars at little or no profit, or even at a loss just to secure that bonus. What looks like a great deal for the buyer is actually a strategic move for the dealer to unlock a much larger payout. There is also something known as floor plan assistance. Dealerships finance their inventory, meaning they pay interest on the cars sitting on their lot. Manufacturers often help offset these costs through subsidies, effectively reducing the dealer's real expenses. When you combine holdback, incentives, bonuses, and financial assistance, it becomes clear that the invoice price is not the true cost. It's just part of the story, and not even the most important part. However, the most important part of the dealership's business isn't even the car itself. The real money is made in the finance and insurance office, commonly known as the F&I office. This is where the highest paid person in the dealership usually works. While the salesperson on the floor focuses on selling you the car, the finance manager focuses on maximizing profit from the deal. One of the primary ways they do this is through loan markups. When a bank approves you for an interest rate, say 5%, the dealer may present you with a rate of 6.5% or even higher. That extra percentage doesn't go to the bank, it goes to the dealership as profit. This can easily generate an additional $900 to $1,200 from a single deal, all without the buyer realizing what happened. Extended warranties are another major profit center. While they may cost the dealer around $1,200, they can be sold to the customer for $2,000 or more. The difference becomes profit, often ranging between $800 and $1,000. Then there is gap insurance, which is marketed as financial protection. While it can be useful in certain situations, it is often sold as a significant markup, generating $300 to $500 in profit for the dealership. On top of that, dealerships charge documentation or processing fees, usually between $500 and $800. These fees are often presented as necessary administrative costs, but in reality, they are largely profit. When you add all of these together, it becomes clear why dealerships are willing to negotiate on the car's price. They know they can recover and often exceed that profit in the finance office. This is also why the idea that cash is king does not apply in car dealerships. In many industries, paying cash gives you leverage, but in the car business, financing is the product. When you tell a dealer you are paying cash, you are essentially removing $2,000 to $3,500 of their expected profit. In response, they become far less flexible on the price of the car. Negotiation becomes harder, not easier. Dealerships also use subtle psychological tests to figure out what kind of buyer you are. One of the first questions they ask is how you plan to pay cash or financing. This isn't just casual conversation, it's strategic. Your answer determines how they approach the deal. Another tactic is the credit check. They may ask to run your credit early in the process, not just to see your eligibility, but to confirm your commitment to financing. If you hesitate or refuse, your negotiating power may decrease because they no longer expect to make money from the loan. Understanding this system allows you to approach the process differently. Instead of revealing your intentions up front, you can position yourself as a financing buyer. This keeps the dealer motivated to offer a better price on the car because they expect to make money. Later in the process, once you reach the finance office, you can carefully review all offers, negotiate unnecessary add-ons, and ensure there are no hidden fees. One of the most important steps is checking for prepayment penalties. Some loans include fees if you pay them off too early. If there is no such penalty, you can use a powerful strategy. Accept the financing to secure a lower purchase price, then pay off the loan shortly after. This allows you to benefit from the dealer's pricing flexibility without paying long-term interest. In the end, the car dealership is not just a place where vehicles are sold, it is a system designed to maximize profit at multiple levels. The sales floor is where the battle begins, but the finance office is where it is truly decided. Ryan believed he won because of the price he negotiated, but he lost in the finance office. Kevin believed cash would give him control, but it removed his leverage before the deal even started. The key to winning is not just negotiating harder, but understanding how the game is actually played. Once you see the hidden layers, you stop reacting to the dealership's strategy and start using it to your advantage.